Do 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 do. Hello, welcome back to another video. Well, this one, retouring part 2. Hopefully, we'll be able to solve a few more. So let's jump right into it. No need to wait, I suppose. So yes, we're doing this puzzle. Now, when we last left off, we just did a crazily hard-ish one. So let's see if we can solve some more. Sorry, my hair is a mess. That's better. Right. So with this one, let's see what we have to do. Looks like we have to move the platform to there, but then also bring it back so I can get to the door. And then we need to open the door. So we need to do this puzzle, this one first, and then this one afterwards. So before we got, let's have a look. So looks pretty simple. We can just change it to blue, then change those back to red, I suppose, can't we? So when we see yellow, we want to change it to keep it to yellow. Stay in that direction, and then when we see, then we need to change it to this one, because when we see red, we want to change it to blue, keep it into Y. That would do all of these, and then when we see the orange one again, we want to keep it to orange, but we want to change it back to that direction, and change it to Z or Y. Y? Change it to Y, maybe? No, change it to Z, because... No, actually change it to Y. So, when we see blue, we'll have to change it to red. Keep it on X. No, it can't be Y, actually, because I need another filler, don't I? So when it's blue, we'll keep going this direction. Change it to back to red, and then when we get to the last orange, or do we, hang on a second, change it to X. When we see the last orange, no, because that just to go back to there, so we need, so when this is orange, change it to red, and then we need to pause it, change it to X. We might as well see if we can loop it around. I don't see why we don't, you know, just in case. So when it's red, change it to orange, keep it to Y, like that. That should work. Let's see how that works. Hopefully. So I'll change it to orange. Okay, so something. So change it to blue. Keep it on Y. Ah, that's why. I've got to change this to Z. So when you see Z, yeah, that's what I did wrong. I've got to change that to Z. So I'm not sure if this would work. No, okay. So let's just reset this. Might as well just reset it, just so we can have a look again. So we need to make it so it comes. Oh wait, can we not just? We could just make it go this way and then reset it. No, because if we set it while we're here, we won't be able to jump on. We can't jump, can we? So when orange, you want to stay orange. Change to Y. And then change that, when we see red, sorry, change it to blue. Keep it on Y. I just want to check, see if I have time to get from here back, like to over to here. No, because then I'll be stuck on. There we go. Right, ready? So if I do that, yeah, no, I'm not gonna have time. Okay, so that makes it come forward. So then, when we reach the orange, we have to send it back. But do we need to break first so it has time? So when we see orange, we pause like that. Keep it on, change it to Z. So when we see orange again, this might give us a bit of a flux to get to the that down. Change that to orange still, but then change direction. Keep it on Z, and then when we see blue, change to red. No, yeah, keep it to Z. No, because when that'll change it. That won't do one blue, won't it? So we can't have two, I don't think. So when that is orange, keep it to orange. Keep it to Z. When you see blue, change it to red. You want to keep it on Z. Y. That won't work. That won't work. I know that won't work already. Well, we know this works. We have to have that on so we can loop it onto this so it does multiple ones at one time. So the next one has to be orange, but it just depends. Do we change that to... You keep that on orange, I think. Keep that on orange. But then do we go back? Then when you see... when you see blue... Can we keep it on blue? And then keep on Z? Because when we change to... No, that won't work. So when it's orange... No, so when it's... I'll move it across to that one. So when it's red... no, because it's blue in it. It's blue now. I'm confused already. Bloody hell. So, that's blue. So it'll go orange, blue, 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 then orange. When it's orange, it will stay orange, and then those will be blue. So when they're blue, I want to change them back to red. So do all the reds, so they have to stay in that one. So when you see the final orange, maybe leave it on orange, pause, change to no, because that would that won't make me open the door, will it? So that has to change to red, and then when that's red, change to Y. So when that's red, change to orange, change that to Y. Yeah, Y. And that needs to be X. So I think that will loop it. That should loop it, I think. I'll have a look. I don't know if I'll have time to get over there. Okay, so that does open, but I don't think we've got enough time. We need some more time to... We need some more time. We need some more time. That's the right answer, but we need some more time somewhere. So, what if we slow it down a bit? So, when it's blue, when I'm feeling blue. Z, so that would lock it back to that. So do I need to stay there? That needs to stay on X, doesn't it? And then that'll go on to that one. Is that it? Pause. So when it's yellow, stays yellow, goes to the red one. When it's red, goes to blue. That does it 3 times. When it's orange, change to orange, change direction. They're blue now, so 3 times blue. Keep it on this one. When it sees that orange, change it to red. Or do we keep it on? No, change it to red. We have to change it to red. But then pause. Change it to X. When you see red, change it to yellow. And then pause. Change it to X. That should loop now. Hopefully. I don't think the time frame... I'll change the time frame or anything though. No, it doesn't look like I've changed the time frame on it. So we need a longer time frame. So need a longer time frame. So when can we pause it? No, because if we pause that, when it's yellow, something like that. I don't want to mess around with it too much. Okay, so something like that, but we need to God damn it. Right. So orange changed. What if we make them all red? Is that on a timer? Don't think that is on a timer. No. That would be helpful if that was on timer. Then you could just do them all red. Unless that's how we do the thing, and then loop it back round. So we do that second. Okay. So what if we change them all to red? So when it's orange, change it to red, change it to Y. When you see red, keep it red, move forwards, keep it on Y. When you see orange, keep it orange, change direction. No, because then when I see that last, that won't work. We have to do it in this direction. So orange stays orange, change direction. When it's red, change it to blue, keep it on that. When we see orange, keep it orange, change direction. Or do we pause? Pause, change to orange. No, we don't need to change it. We need something like that. And then when it goes back and forth like that, maybe? Like that. So that's why when we see blue, change it to red, go to the next one. Then what if we changed it to that one? So when we see that red, we change it back to blue, change it to Z. That would just lock it between them two, won't it? So unless we pause that one, because when we see red, no, because I need one. That when I see orange, we need one. When I see orange, I need to change it to red. Sorry, when I see yeah, orange, I need to change it to red, don't I? So I need that one to be that one. So that gives us 2 empty slots. So if we just do that. So we see orange, change it, so we need to change it to red. So red, when I see red goes that direction. How can I make it so we need to change, so we need to change that to blue maybe? So when it's blue, change it to red. We want to go that direction. Change it to X. Then we see orange, change it to red. Go that direction. Change it to Y, X as well. That's not right. That's not right. I know that's not right, but what am I doing wrong? Change it to X, so that'd be red. Change it back to orange. Pause. Keep on Y. I think I've already tried this, haven't I? But might as well give it a go. Okay, so I did one wrong. That needs to change to Z. I don't think this is right, but no, why is that wrong? Because I've paused that. No. So when it's blue, keep it to Z, don't we? I need to pause that as well. So when it's that one needs to be paused, and then that one needs to be paused. Keep it to X like that, and then that should rotate back. It's not going to be yeah, it's not going to reach it. I need some way of pausing. I need some way of pausing the inner circles, not the outer circles. So I'll leave it as it is, but there must be a way we can pause this and yet still move it forwards. So what if keep it on X, so when we see red, change it to blue, change it to Y. When you see red, change it to blue, change back to X, So go y, x, sorry, x, y, x, y. Yeah. So that one, when it's orange, keep it on orange, change direction, change to Z. They'll all be blue. Let's change them back to red. Pause. No, when they're blue, keep them blue, then pause, then change them to red. No, sorry, change it to red like that. Or am I overcomplicating it, aren't I? So when they're blue, we can't change that. We're going to have to do that. Because when that's orange again, have to keep it on orange. No, when that's orange, change it to red. And then I think that's it. I think there's enough time to. Okay, why isn't that? Okay, yeah, so that's right, but I need to change that to X, that to Y. When that's orange, keep it orange, change to Z. When I see blue, change it to red. Change, keep it in that direction, change it. So, there. Let's try that. I still don't think this is long enough, but yeah, still not long enough. Still not enough of a gap. So somehow we need to pause. We still need to pause that somehow. So, or when we see, so we pause here. When you see X, yeah. So if we pause it here, so when you see red, change to blue, pause, and then when we see blue, keep in the same direction, keep it on, then change to Y. Then this will loop in between each other. That gives us an extra second, I think. Extra second, is that? Got to change that one. So that one needs to be back to X. So it should be orange, red to blue, then it'll try and change blue to blue, giving us a feedback to then be able to hopefully have enough time to get onto the platform. No, still 3. We still need a bloody thing, don't we? So still need a bloody thing. Still need some time. So if we say we need orange to change to change direction, and we need a blue. Still need a blue to change back to red, like that. No, because that one needs to loop, doesn't it? That one needs to loop. So blue to red, keeping in that direction. Change all of it. So that gives us 3 to try and delay the action. So So we need to somehow delay the action. I think one should be pause here, change the Z there. So that gives us 2. So when we see red, change it to blue, keep it in that direction, change to Y. When it's blue, keep it on blue, keep it in that direction, change to X. Unless we pause that one. Change to Y. When it's Y, keep it on Y. That will change it to Z. Now keep it on Z. When you see no, that needs to go in that direction, doesn't it? You need one to keep on going that direction. Change to Z, don't we? Change that to Z, like that. I don't think this is it. Yeah. So when it sees red, we need to change it back to Y. But we got nothing to keep everything on Y. Ugh, fuck's sake. Okay, so, right. One more, let's try one more time. So, yellow to red. Yellow needs to stay yellow, and we'll definitely need to change it to the next one. The last one as well we also need, so if I put that here so I can just keep an eye on it, and then we'll need to change direction to bring it back to here. We'll need these to be blue, so at some stage we'll need the blue ones to go back to red to that will keep it in that, so that keeps in that loop there. I also need one to change it to red, don't I? So one to change it to red as well. So one to change it to red as well. That's gonna have to be there, I think. So when it's blue, has to change it to red and keep it in this section, like that. No, when it's orange. Sorry, when it's orange, needs to change to red. So that's the beginning. Orange stays orange. That's the end. Orange stays orange. Change to Y. So when you see blue, change to red, and then we need to make that the final. When that final orange needs to go red, pause it. That gives us 2 left. So how can we do that? I think I need to make a gap here. So blue and red. When blue and red, so blue and red. No, because if that stays like that, God's sake, this is actually a really tough one. So, okay, so what if we just change that to red? I know we said it would open the door, but then when we see the last red, we won't be able to change it back, will we? So, that has to be that. That has to be that. Has to be. And then we definitely need to change it so we can do some sort of loop from red to blue. I'll ignore the Y's and stuff. We'll sort out the Y in a minute. Actually, no. We'll change it. So we can stay. We need to stay on this line to change. Keep the last one to orange, which is Z. So that needs to be Y. So we got orange to orange. Change the loop to red to blue, red to blue, red to blue, then orange to orange, change the loop. We need to change direction as well there. That, I think that has to be a must. It must be like that to change it. But then how do, unless I can partially, no, because as soon as that comes down, it's too fast, isn't it? So I need a pauser. At some point I will need a pauser. But then I need to change it back somehow as well. So from orange stays orange. I mean, I could use a pauser there. No, because I need one. I need at least one to change it to red. Sorry, that's not. We've got that, haven't we? It's a Z. So now we're on blues. So if we see a blue, can we keep it on blue? And then just keep it in that direction. Keep it on Z. And then when we see the orange, change to red. That won't loop it, will it? I won't loop that to the Y. I was hoping if I could get that to go there. I think that's how you do it, maybe. Is keep it on blue when you go back and then do another run, maybe? I don't think I've got enough space though for that. Because when I do blue to blue, keep it on Z, then when I see the orange, so instead, so keep it on Y. When you see that, change it to X. So what if we change that to, what if we do change that to red? I know it means going back. No, because when that's, I need some sort of signal to, Jesus Christ, it's taking me an hour to do this. Nearly. So blue to red. So when I see orange, so when, Jesus, I'm getting confused. It doesn't have getting confused. So orange to orange changes that one. Red to blue changes all of those. Keep it on white. When I see the orange, keep it on orange. Change direction. Keep, and then go to X. No, Z. Because when I see blue, keep on blue. Keep the loop going until I see that, and then change it to red. Yeah, no, this was right. This was right. Because when I do that, I can change that to X. When I see blue, change it. When I see blue, change it to red. Go there and keep it on this loop. When I see orange, I think that's it there. I think that's how you do it. I think that's my pauser. Because it would just give me a line to jump on here. And then it should. Oh no, I think I heard it ding. I think I heard it ding. That's how you do it, but I heard it ding. That's how you do it, but what did it stop on? That last red, I didn't change the direction, did I? So when I see the orange, I need to be that direction. Change it to X, because when I see it on that one, that's all it was. I think that's all it was, wasn't it? Come on, go. Then it should, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Changing. That's how you do it. That wasn't too difficult. I mean, it only took me, what, 45 minutes? Yeah! Woo! Yeah, it was hard nut to crack. Yeah, right. It's going to give me a breather next. Sure it will. Sure it will. Bloody hell. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. So we can grab this cube. Okay, that raises the platform. Okay. Okay, so we need to block this laser. That's fine. We can lock that laser with this. And then that should open this door. Right, that wasn't too bad. Why do I need to? Yeah, that opens that door. Okay, so that wasn't too. I mean, we could have used a. I mean, I probably could have used a hint in that last one. I forget about the hints, but at the same time, I'm not trying to use hints. I'm trying to bloody do the thing. So what we got here? So we got some sort of elevator. So we need to block the laser. So to block the laser, we need to open this door. So we need that one first, and then that one. I think we can do this. We can do this in 2 stages as well. Open the door, then open the bloody elevator, then do the elevator to push that up. So to do the, so let's get rid of that for a minute because we don't need that. So red, orange, red, orange, red. Okay, so that's easy enough. So when we see blue, change it to red. Change it to a different thing. When you see blue, change to orange. Keep in the same direction. Change back to X. So go red, orange, red, and then we need to change an orange to orange. Change to X, and then we need orange to red. I should open the door. Lovely. So then I'll leave that there just in case. Just in case. So now that one's done, we can focus on this one. So blue can stay blue. Go to the next one. When it's blue, change to orange. Go to X. No. When it's Y. When it's Z. Change to blue. Keep it. Change it to red. And then you want to go X, because when it's orange you want to keep it on orange. Change it to Z. When it's orange, keep it. No, go to blue. Might as well keep it on Z. I think that's that should be it. I'm just gonna. Yep, cool. So that will go up. That'll block the laser. Oh, a bit too far. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Some nice and simple ones for Pit. My God, that last one felt like it was well difficult. Oh Jesus. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Okay, so I need to push that button. So we need to push that button to open the door. So to push that button, we need to move this. No, we need to bring a laser. So we need that up there. So we need. Oh, Jesus Christ! So we need two buttons. We need. What do we need here? We need a. We need that down here. So how? Got a laser. Oh, so we need to get that first. So if we do this one first, we start. Oh, Jesus Christ! I hate when they start like middle of the way there. So when it's red, want to keep it on red. Keep in the same direction. Might as well keep it on the same line because when no, it'd be a different line. Because when it's red, you need to change it to yellow. Change it back to that one. Keep it on. No, change it to Z. No, keep it on. Keep it on. Y. Red will stay red. Change it to that one. Red will go to orange. Change it back to that one. Yeah, we need to change. We need to change to Z because when it's red, we want to keep it red, but keep it in that direction, and then change to So keep on the same line because when we see yellow, we need to change it to red. No, because then that won't. So that won't. We need to change the location, don't we? Back to this one because when we see red, keep it to red. God, is it that one? When we see yellow, change it to red. Keep it in this direction because when we see red, it'll change it to yellow. Yeah, that's the direction. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna. Okay, no, it didn't work. I thought, must well. So why didn't it work? So when we didn't see, so we started with this. Red, Y, red, blue, red, yellow, Z, red. I forgot to change this to Y. So when we see orange, it's red, and then does it again, and then it sees the red, changes to orange. That should be it. That should get me across. Cool. Pick this cube up. Ooh. Right, and then bring that over here. That's just me. Okay, so. Excuse me, sorry about that. Right, so. We need to change that to the same thing. Oh, God, blimey. Sorry, sneeze attack over there. So when you see red, I'm going to keep it red. No, wait, that won't work because, yeah, unless I change them all to... No, because if I change them all to orange... unless I change that one to orange. So when it's red, keep it to red. Change it to Y. No, that would be wrong. So change that to orange. Change it to Y. When you see red, keep it to red. Change it to change it to Y. No, because we're well, no, change it to Z. When you see red, change to orange. Keep to Z. No, because that's the last one, so we can change it back. So so those two are now orange or yellow. Like I said, I don't know if you call it orange or yellow. I'm guessing it's yellow because it's primary colours, isn't it? Blue, yellow and red. But it looks more orange on my screen. Sidetrack. I've lost what I'm doing now. Great. So that one will be red, changes to yellow. The next one will be red, keeps it to red and changes to that one. Next one is red, change it to yellow. That gives us the last one. We then need to keep this one red, so we can keep it on this one. So when it's red, keep it on red, change the direction, and change it to Y. When it's yellow, keep it on... No, change it back to red. Change the direction. Change to X. Because when you see yellow, change it to red. Keep it on that. Keep it on X. When you see red, change it to yellow. Change it to Y. That should do it. I'm just doing it here just so I can keep it. Shit. Because that was red. Yeah, that's why I fucked up. That one was red already, so it goes yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, yellow. Change direction. Keep on Z. When you see red, keep it... Yeah, no, I should have worked. Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? See that? Oh, I see. I didn't change this one. I need to change this. No, because it wasn't Z. Shit. That's why it didn't work. Because that needs to be on a different line. So when you see red, change it to yellow. Shit, I'm gonna have to reset just because that's just too many colours. So red changes to yellow, changes to the next one, which will be Z. Then when you see red, keep it to red, keep it to that one. Change to Z. When you see red, change it to yellow, change direction. Then I want to keep it on this line. So when it's red, keep it to red, go to that one, change to Y. When you see yellow, that's why, because that one's yellow, isn't it? No, that was right. It was right. When you see yellow, change it back to red. change direction, keep it go that direction, and then that'd be X, like that, I think. So, red to yellow. That's why, that one's yellow, isn't it? So, if that one's yellow, yeah, that should have been right, surely. Unless I post, that's why, because I'm supposed to keep that on. Yeah, no, change to X. That's what. No, because if I change to X, that change. Yeah, because if I change that to, no, that should change to Y. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Because when it's, that's why. So when it's Z. Oh, I see. That's because I got two. That's why. Because it's reading this one, not that one. So I need to change the output for it. So when I see red, change to that one. They're all red. I need to somehow shit. Okay, so one of those. Let's just blank those for a second. So when I see Y, they're all bloody. That's not going to be right. I think I need to go the other direction first, maybe. No, because then if I go the other right direction first, I won't have any indicator when to finish. Unless I do the same route that I just did. I feel like... Why am I changing that? Why don't we keep that in red? Keep the same direction. Maybe I'm making this more complicated than I am. Red. Keep it on red. Change it that. And when you see yellow... sorry. When you see red, change it to yellow, change direction, keep it on Z. When you see red, keep it on red, go that direction. No, because then that won't loop, will it? Unless I move that one across. That won't loop. That won't loop. Jesus Christ. Unless I change them all to... unless I change them all to... And then... Yeah, I can change them all, can't I? So if I change them all to yellow... No, because I said there'd be no... Pause. So go do, pause. Sorry. Do, pause. Back to Y. Sorry, back to X. Do, pause. Do, pause on X. So when it's yellow, keep it on yellow. Change direction. I don't think I'm using this, am I? So I can get rid of that for a second. And then we can change it to Z. Because when we see red... No, when we see yellow, we want to change it to red. Go that direction. Stay on Z. When you see red, change it to yellow. That should be it, I think. I think that's it. Helps if I pause the right one. Like that. sake. Okay. Oh, that's why, because, no, it has to be that pause. No, that should work. Why isn't that working? Oh, wrong direction. Da 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 that way. Because I haven't looped it, that's why. So if I say that, keep it on X like that, then that be Z. I think it's like that, maybe. Okay, so that's correct. Maybe I need to pause this. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, yeah, that's going in the wrong direction. I still think I've changed all of those to that, but somehow I need to, when you get to the last one, change directions. Maybe how do I change? How do I change it? Unless I change it. Oh, I wonder. I've only got red or blue. I was hoping if I had a blue that would help, but I've only got red or yellow. So, change to Y. When you see red, change to yellow. Keep it on Y. That will loop it. No, wait. Unless we do go back to what we did before. Yeah, unless we do go back to what we did before, which is that. When we see red, change it to yellow, go that way. Can you keep it on Z? Keep it on Z? Because when it's yellow, change it that direction. No, because then I won't have anything to... Jesus. Y? Like that? I think. Okay, so that is it. So when we see orange, change to red, change to X, and then when we see red, no, because when we see red, I won't be able to change the last one, will I? That's not enough colours. It's not enough room for the methods. Unless I can just cheat it. So that one, and then Z, maybe? Maybe loop it, so it just goes up and down. Maybe I can just go up and down. Okay, so that's... So I can change it all to... It's another difficult one. Right. Okay, so what if we do change direction? What if we do this? So when it's red, we want to keep it on red. Change to Y. Then when we see yellow, change it to red. Keep that direction. Change to... We can keep on the same line. Because when we see red, change it to yellow. Change the direction. And then... somehow we need to change everything to red until we see that last red in it. So maybe one of them needs to be a pause. One of them needs to be a pause. So the last one's on red. All the others should be, all of them should be red right now. So I changed the last one to, sorry, the first one. I say the first one, last one. The first one needs to be yellow, which is Z, and then all of them are red. So I can just put that. Keep him in that red 2 it's not enough. It's not. It's not enough. Let's change it. Hang on. Unless, oh, that could be a nice loop. I wonder if that would work. So, all red changes. That might be it. Yeah, I mean that is it. That was it. But I need somehow. So somehow I need to keep that one on yellow. But it would change it back to red, won't it? So how can I avoid that? Because when it's red, it changes to yellow. Yellow, I want to keep it on yellow. Less I change it to X. Oh yeah, that could be it. If we change that, so if we change that to X, anything yellow, stay yellow. Pause, change to Z like that. No, because if it's sorry, change to red, and then that'll be our loop. That's our loop then. I think that's it. I think that's it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh god, why wasn't that it? That should have been it. Why did that do that? Why did that do that? Because when we see red, it changes it to Z, which changes it to yellow, which changes it back to... Oh, that's why. Because when it's yellow... God. Fuck's sake. Something like that, maybe? Maybe it's just one away? No. I feel like I'm on it. Even though it's taken an hour. So, I think we do need to go this direction. I think that's the right way to do this. So we change everything to red. Then when we get to the last red, make it yellow, and then we can start the next sync. Now we've got 4 buttons. Basically we've got 4 buttons to change to whatever we want, but they're all red. So what if... No, because if they're all red... Okay, so what if it was this? When we see the next red, change it to yellow, then change the direction back to that. When we see yellow... No, because that won't loop. So Z. When we see yellow, keep it on yellow, keep it on Z. Then when we see red, change it to yellow. We see red, change it to yellow. Change it to X. When we see red, it will get changed to yellow automatically. Like that, maybe? I know I'm missing a line, but okay, so maybe not. Because that changes that to that direction. I want one that goes the other direction. So, do I need to be like that? Sorry. Is that it? Was it just that way? Okay, no, so... Oh, that's why. Because I haven't put that to Y. Duh. Duh. Okay, yeah. I know exactly why I'm messing it up, but... Okay, so yeah. So when that's yellow, we can change them back to red and change it to Y, is it? Because when they're all yellow, changes it to Y. When it's red, change it to Z. Change it to that. That should be it. Come on, please, 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 please. Change those all to red. And change that to yellow. Yeah! Don't miss it. Fucking assholes. Bastards. So, which one was that? That was this one, wasn't it? So, pause. Change to Z. Like that. Bastard. Okay, so I am on the right tracks. Is this that last second? So which one is it? Which one is it? Maybe I need to pause that one, not that one. I'm so close. I feel like I'm so close. Like I'm just one or two things away. Okay, so what if we just do that in that direction? Do it all in that direction. No, I need one to go that direction, don't I? That one. Fuck's sake. I feel like that is close. I just need to refresh it just so I can see. So what if I change them all to yellow? Keep on... Change them all to yellow. Yeah, because when I do that, I can just loop it all. So they're all yellow now. That last one, change direction. Keep it on Z. When I see yellow, change it to red. Go that way. When I see yellow, that needs to be Y. When I see yellow, go that direction. Change it to X. When I see yellow, change it to red. Keep it in that direction. Change to X. That it? I think that's it. There. Ah. That was it. That was it. But it fucked up at the end there. Why? 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 Why do you torment me so much? Oh god. What if? I got an idea, but it might be a bad idea. This might absolutely do nothing whatsoever. Okay, okay, so I think that's right, but we need to loop these back to X, 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 and then we say that's Z. Or actually, we might need that. Should we say Y? X and Y, X and Y, and then we say that's Y and Z. Okay, I think that's something like that, maybe. So what if I'm just making that up. This has gone way over an hour. Yeah, no, I have no, I have no clue. What I'm gonna do is, we'll call it here. I know you're probably annoyed, but I'll probably call it here. Have a think about it, and we will do it in the next video. Something to think about in the next video. If you got, we got anything to work on, that's what we're working on. Like I said, we managed to get that, and then we need to open the doors still by creating this laser. Well, actually, I could make that laser, can't I? I can make this laser. Hang on. I can open the door. Maybe I don't even need that. I don't. Why? Why do I even need that? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's why I need it, so I can block the signal. That's why I need it. I need one to block the signal. Yeah. So okay, we'll call it there. I think. Like I say, I think I need a bit of brain power, but that was difficult, especially that first one. Like I didn't think I was going to take so long. I took what 45 minutes on the first one. Then we had a couple of breezy ones just to figure out why we're using lasers and platforms. Now we're working on platforms. My brain's just not working to figure out why these sort of puzzles are hard because it starts at the middle. If it started at the beginning, probably would have been easier. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. So difficult.